local coverage. We're joined this morning, as we are every single month, by Warwick Mayor Scott Avedesian. Good morning to you, Mayor.
Good morning, Danielle.
All right, let's begin with the aftermath of the storm last week. I mean, it knocked out power for days in many communities. Warwick was especially hard hit. So what did you learn from this particular storm?
Well, I think, one, no one really expected the storm to have the severity that it had, so I think we need to talk about early detection and a little earlier warning. What we learned most importantly was that our code red connection system really worked well. And so we were able to get messages out to people who had grinder pumps with the sewer authority, or messages about opening a shelter. We opened a shelter. Only one person came to the shelter to charge their phone. So a few hours after it opened, we closed the shelter.
Who was the last section of Warwick or street to actually get the power back on? I mean, there were people still Friday who didn't have it, right?
Yeah, isolated roads where it might be a cul-de-sac and the rest of the system was down. They were the last ones to get power back. So we had about 4 that were all coming back online at the same time. But I think what's important to know is it's like Christmas tree lights. So you might not have power here, but that means that there could be 2 more strands of lights here. So even if we work on your house here, you're not going to get power until they work on all of this here. And so the biggest issue is to get National Grid in to deal with the wires, and then allow our crews to go in and deal with the down trees.
All right, every month we ask you about the teacher contracts, and since the last time we had you in, a tentative deal was struck. So where do we stand as far as officially ratifying this contract?
The tentative agreement was agreed to, and now the next step would be, you can imagine after 2 years, there were grievances in place, there were court cases pending in the Supreme Court, in the Superior Court. There were cases before the Labor Board, cases before the Commissioner, cases before the Board of Education. So the goal now is to see which ones of those the new language will resolve, so that we can remove all of them at the same time and have a good fresh start moving forward.
When do we think it'll happen?
Within the next probably 2 weeks, everything will be settled.
Okay. An issue of concern for parents in Coesit is the situation regarding the principal of the Cedar Hill Elementary School, who I understand is on a paid administrative leave now. What can you tell us?
She is on administrative leave. As it's a personnel decision, it really needs to come from the superintendent to speak about that. But she has been placed on personal leave, and we have a substitute principal who's currently there. The good thing is the substitute principal used to be the principal there, so it's not him walking into a situation where he's not in full command of what's going on.
Obviously an ongoing investigation situation, and we'll continue to follow up with you, Mayor, on that. All right, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. We'll be posting this interview again later today on our website.